It's hard to imagine it's been almost 30 years since The X-Files first premiered on Fox back in 1993. Of course, The X-Files filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia for the first 5 seasons before moving production to LA. But they returned once again for filming of the X-Files movie, as well as the more recent seasons 10 and 11. Today we're going to take a tour of some recognizable X-Files filming locations, starting with the building behind me, which is Agent Scully's apartment. This apartment complex has been the location of filming of several major productions, but in the mid-1990s it would have been common to see Agent Scully standing out front, talking on her portable phone to Mulder. One other fun fact, Scully's apartment in real life is located on Pendrell Street. You might recognize the name from fellow Agent Pendrell. In the Season 1 episode Genderbender, Mulder tracks down a murderer linked to a reclusive Amish-like commune. Filming for the commune was done at the Annan and Rowlett farmhouse in Campbell Valley Regional Park, Langley, British Columbia. With scenes shot in and around the historic farmhouse, as well as the historic barns nearby. One of the early X-Files episodes, called Deep Throat, saw Mulder and Scully chasing UFOs in Idaho. Well, there they get some inside intel on UFO hotspots from a local cafe owner.
Put it on my tab. What would be the chances of someone like me seeing a UFO?
These scenes were filmed at the Hilltop Cafe in Langley, British Columbia. This episode included a very early guest spot from the very young Seth Green.
Sometimes they come in real low and just put on the skitters, right? It's like, oh, and then they just hang there and hover without making a sound.
The Season 2 X-Files episode Ascension pits Mulder in a race against time to save Scully after she's kidnapped by Dwayne Barry. Mulder races to the top of a mountain aboard the Grouse Mountain Skyride, which stands in for the fictional Skyland Mountain Skyride. But when the Skyride stalls, Mulder takes things into his own hands and exits to the top of the Sky Car to continue the chase. David Duchovny wanted to do all of his own stunts for this episode, and that's actually him dangling high up above the mountain on the side of that car. One of the more memorable X-Files locations comes from the Season 3 episode Paperclip, where Mulder and Scully go to an abandoned mining facility in West Virginia in search of answers. In truth, this was filmed in the historic buildings and underground tunnels of the Britannia Mine Museum, about 45 minutes north of Vancouver, British Columbia. The Britannia Mine was built around the 1920s and was abandoned in the 1970s. And at the time of filming, most of the historic buildings sat unused and in disrepair. The property was fully renovated around 2005, and today visitors can enjoy the Britannia Mining Museum. Although probably a lot safer for guests, the mine has lost some of its derelict charm that was seen on screen in The X-Files. And right behind me is Rooster's Country Cabaret. This local country bar was a popular filming spot when it was open, but fans of The X-Files will know it from the season 10 episode Babylon, when Mulder goes on a mushroom-inspired trip. And finally, no tour of X-Files filming locations is complete without a visit to Mulder's apartment. Behind me is the building that was used for the exterior shots, and inside, Agent Mulder lived in apartment number 42. According to X-Files lore, Mulder lived in this apartment until around 2001 when he went into hiding. And during his residence, he was known to summon help by marking a masking tape X on his apartment window. Remember to keep on exploring, and until next time, it's time to exit through the gift shop.